Hello, can you hear me now okay? Hi, Sudishan. Can you hear me now okay? Ah, perfect. That's great. Thank you so much for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. I really appreciate that. Um, that's great. Thank you, Happy Kid. So what I'll do is I'll start with Happy Kid's question and then move forward to Sudishan's and we'll go from there. So Happy Kid has said, how long does Google take to review domains? It can depend. Sometimes it can take about 7 days. Other times it can take up to 6 weeks. So I can. Okay. So you're now getting an echo, are you? Um, okay. Let me see if I can fix this. Um, So I'll keep talking, but let me know if this is working or not, and we can go from there. So Happy Kid, it can take anywhere between about a week to up to 6 weeks for the Google to review the website, and so. Um, if it's just been a couple of days, then that might be the reason why. If you're finding that after say a fortnight you haven't heard back from Google, please do come back to us either on one of these calls or reaching out to us directly, and we can then look into that for you. It might be that just Google needs some additional information that could help move that forward. Thank you, Happy Kid. That's great. I'm glad you can hear me okay. Thank you. Um, so Sudashan has said, my website earnings and traffic have dropped more than 90% after shifting my hosting to another server and all keywords are deranked. Any help? Gosh, I can understand, Shudasan, why that's distressing. A 90% traffic drop and also a 90% earning drop as well with it must be very alarming to see. What I would recommend doing as a first step is just making sure that you have all of your DNS records fully updated within your Ezoic dashboard, just in case there's any part of your website that isn't fully connected to Ezoic and so isn't fully able to be picked up by our data and our reporting. Also, alongside that, what I would recommend doing is looking into what caching you have as well. So, in terms of the caching, what can happen is the caching at your host and the caching at Ezoic can work against each other, and the pages can actually be cached before we can see them, and so that's why we then can't put ads on them, and we can't then do that reporting for you. So what I would do is just double check that as well. Once you've checked those two things, what I would recommend doing is reaching out to us through the Ezoic dashboard, and we can then take a look into this for you. This sounds like a technical problem, so it sounds like something has technically gone wrong. And so if you reach out via the live chat or by our ticketing system, you can either reach out through your Ezoic dashboard to create a ticket, or at the bottom of our support articles. So if you go to a support article, you'll see a get in touch button here. here, and you can click on that and then create a ticket, and that will take you straight through to our support team, who'll be able to look into this for you, and we'll be able to find a solution and explain what's going on. So I hope that helps, Sudarshan. If you do have any follow-up questions, please do let me know. So Happy Kid has said, can you clarify AdSense mediation and how it works with Ezoic? Sure, no problem. So AdSense mediation, I'll open up the article here so that you can see it. But AdSense mediation, what it is it enables Google to place ads on your site through the mediation app, and it allows Google to compete against itself and everyone else to place ads on your site. This is a really good thing, because what happens is, if Google doesn't want to place an ad in front of your readers through mediation, you haven't lost anything at all. But if it does want to place an ad on your site through mediation, what can happen is that it increases your EPMV and gets you more revenue, because there's this competition between Google already, because Google's an ad partner of ours, and so Google Ads do go onto your website page. It forces Google to compete against itself and everyone else to place ads on your website page. So if you haven't got AdSense mediation set up, I would definitely recommend getting that done. I'll pop the support article into the chat there so that you've got easy access to that, and that can help you to get that set up. If you do have any questions, if you're finding that you've got any questions, or you're finding difficulty getting the mediation set up, there is a get in touch button here at the bottom of the article. So please do reach out to us, and we can take a look at that for you and get any questions answered. So I hope that helps, Happy Kid. If anyone has any questions, please do let me know. You can ask any questions that you would like about Ezoic, your website, and the wider publishing space as well. So Happy Kid has asked, how long does it take to fully scale up with Ezoic? Because I noticed after getting approval with Ezoic, AdSense earnings dropped by over 40%. So at the moment, Happy Kid, are you running 100% of your traffic through Ezoic? So with Ezoic, if you're running 100% of your traffic through Ezoic, fantastic. So Happy Kids running 100% of their traffic through Ezoic, and you're saying your AdSense earnings have dropped. Are these your AdSense earnings within the AdSense sort of app, or is it the AdSense earnings comparing them to Ezoic that you're getting 40% less with Ezoic than you are with AdSense? So what you're seeing is a 40% drop between Ezoic and AdSense. Okay, that's very unusual. What tends to happen is that the AdSense and Ezoic earnings are usually double, or on average double, than what you used to get previously. It sounds like that your website isn't optimally set up. So what I would recommend doing is checking to see that you've got your privacy policy set up and your consent management app. I'd also recommend checking that you've got things like your anchor ads switched on. Make sure that you haven't got like the max ads per page app switched on, and check that you've got an optimal ad placeholder set up across your whole site. When sites earn less in Ezoic compared to AdSense, it's usually one of those kind of 4 or 5 things that's causing the issue. What I'll do, Happy Kid, is I'll pop the my email address into here. If you would like to, please feel free to send me an email from your Ezoic registered email address. Once you've done all the checks that you can, I can then take a look at this for you and see what's going on. Okay, so while we're waiting for the next question to come in, I just wanted to recap over some of the things that I mentioned at the start about the Think with Google article. If you haven't seen this before, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this. So what this Think with Google is about is it's a website run by Google, and it's about Google as well. So it contains information on Google marketing trends, Google advertising trends, which can really help you to understand sort of what your readers are searching for. And then also from there, it can help you to tailor your content as well. So I'll pop this link into the chat here so that you can take a look at that. You can also sign up for it as well, so you can get updated articles sent straight to your inbox, which is really useful. So Gaurav has asked, how long does the Ezoic team take to approve my level 3 site? I've already completed the target before the month's end. Fantastic, Gaurav, that you've grown to level 3. Congratulations on that. So with Ezoic, what happens is with the level 3 or with any level, it's about the last complete month. So for us, it was September. Was the last complete month. And when you achieve the visits and the revenue targets, we can then move you up to the next level. We move publishers' sites up to the next level on the 10th of the month. So what will happen is our team will take a look at your site in around 5 days' time, and then we'll update you from there. It's done on Pacific Standard Time, and it's done during working days, Monday to Friday. So if ever there's a 10th of the month on a Saturday, then do bear with us. It will be updated on the Monday after that. You're so welcome, Gaurav. I'm looking forward to your continued growth with Ezoic. So Happy Kid has asked, do you accept company branded websites? I'm not sure on that one, as it depends on the topic and it depends on the branding and the blog part of it. So what I would recommend doing, Happy Kid, is adding your website to Ezoic, and then our platform quality team will take a look at that for you and then advise you from there. So what I'll do is, if we go back to the support articles, I'll get you the instructions on how to add an additional domain. So bear with me. It's quite simple in terms of the steps, and as soon as you've done that, we can then take a look at that for you. There we go. What happens in terms of the length of time it takes for us to take a look at your site? It's normally done within sort of 5 to 7 working days, the absolute outside. Sometimes it can be done as quickly as a couple of days. So it's worth adding any sites that you are considering monetizing with us, and then we will try and get them approved and add placeholders added, so that all you need to do is connect your integration, and then also alongside that set up things like your privacy policy and anchor ads and things like that. Now is a really good time to add in any sites that you do have, because of we're in Q4 now, and it's the highest EPMV earning between now and the end of the year. So definitely worth doing that now, so that you can take advantage of that. Hi Ramil, it's lovely to meet you. You're watching from the Philippines. Fantastic, how lovely. So Happy Kid has said, so if a new domain is added to the account, does it show individual revenues for the domain? Yes, absolutely. So what happens is you get an individual dashboard for each domain. So you go into your main Ezoic account, and then you can click on each of your sites to take a look at them within your Ezoic dashboard. Then you can also take a look at them individually in your Big Data Analytics account as well. This way you can tailor each site for the the way that you want each site set up. So I know sometimes some sites you want to set up in a particular way depending on the business goals you have, others in a different way. With Ezoic, you've got that complete flexibility to do that. Grava said, so I can expect my approval around the 10th of October. Yes, that's right. So not long to wait now. So Happy Kid has said, this is my current domain status. Ad Manager domain status waiting on Google to review your domain. Okay, so what's happening with that is Google is reviewing your site to see if it's happy to allow your site to be part of the Google Ad Manager account. This can take up to 6 weeks. So I have seen it as short as a sort of a couple of days or a week, but sometimes it can take as long as 6 weeks, just depending on the backlog Google has. Unfortunately, we're not able to sort of move that forward in any way. It is a case of just waiting to see if sort of when Google does approve or reviews your domain. Happy Kid, if you haven't heard back from Google in your dashboard after more than a couple of weeks, do let us know by reaching out to us in a ticket, just in case there's any additional information that we can give you that we've seen in your Ezoic dashboard that might help you with that process. So Grava said, by the way, Heather, you are my success manager. Fantastic. That's great news. And can we expect a debit card as a payment mode on Ezoic Premium? As far as I'm aware, you can use a debit card to make payments on Ezoic Premium. I know they're in the process of changing the payment methods so that you can also pay in advance from your earnings under certain circumstances as well. I know in terms of exchange rates that it can be more beneficial to go down that route as well. But yes, you should be able to pay by debit card. With your account, Guav, because I'm your success manager and you're a level 3 publisher, you'll have the ability to open up tickets directly to me. So if you've got any concerns about premium or payment methods, do open a ticket and I'll be happy to take a look at that for you and get any issues resolved. So Happy Kid has said, okay, sorry if I'm asking too much. Please don't worry. No questions are too much. I really love doing these sessions. It gives me the opportunity to connect with you all to be able to give you instant answers where I can, or where I can't, to be able to provide you with a source so that you can get those instant answers from me, either through emails or tickets, so we can kind of keep talking. So any questions you've got, please do ask them. We're doing these meetings every week on a Wednesday, so I look forward to them and look forward to answering your questions. Happy Kid has asked, what's the difference between Ad Manager account status and Ad Manager domain status? Because my Ad Manager account status has been approved, and Ezoic has also improved my domain. So how it works now, which is a little bit complicated, is you've got an Ad Manager account that first of all needs to be approved before you can move forward with advertising with Google or any other ad partner. Google brought in a new set of rules this year, which meant that anybody from an ad perspective that was putting Google ads on their site, either directly or through an ad partner like Ezoic, the publisher had to open up an Ad Manager account. So you need to get that done first, and it sounds like you've got that approved, which is fantastic, Happy Kid. And then what happens is, underneath that, like on the next layer, is that every site you then add in to Ezoic also needs to be individually approved by Google. So this is where it can slow down the process a little bit, and sometimes with Google, what they do is they ask us to perhaps do some work on the site before they'll approve it. So what they can sometimes do is say, oh, well, I've got I can see that your site's, for example, got low value content on it. And it might be that your site doesn't have low value content on it. We might just need to suggest that you make a couple of changes, and that then gets your site approved. So I hope that helps. If your site has been approved by Ezoic, that's fantastic. As soon as the domain has been approved by Google, we can start putting ads on your site. So Guav has asked, when I schedule a premium site review, is it a video call meeting or a chat? So what we do, Guav, with a premium site review is that we'll send you a Google Hangout link, so that it's just yourself and that one of the publisher success team on the call. We can then on Google Hangouts talk a bit like this, but obviously on a Google Hangout you'll be able to talk and ask questions at the same time. You have that full ability to do that, and then also I can then share my screen with you and we can talk through things. You can then share your screen and show anything that you want to, so that it helps you to get a complete answer by the end of the call. So Codova Web says, I removed the Cloudflare integration and used Nameserver to see if the redirect issue will be solved. Still, the site is being served through Cloudflare. I'm not aware of what's happening with that one, Codavo. It sounds like there's something technically happening. What I would do with this one is, first of all, making sure that you're fully reintegrated with name servers. And from that, then also check to see where you're seeing that you're still being integrated through Cloudflare. So Codavo has said, I've skipped the first question. Bear with me. I can just see one question from you, Codavo. Yeah, so all I've got in front of me is the question that you sent at 9:51, which says, I removed the Cloudflare integration and used Nameserver to see if the redirect issue will be solved. Still, the site is being served through Cloudflare. If you can send me the first question again, I can happily answer that. I don't have it in front of me. It hasn't come through, so I'm not able to answer that at the moment. So What I'll do is, while Codevo's question is coming through, and Codevo, I will come back to you as soon as we've got that first question there from you. I'll move on to Grav's question and then come back. So Grav has said, Heather and Ezoic Premium, what is the Premium Advertiser Report section means? What I see is a list of advertiser names. This is a really interesting report that shows you what premium advertisers are placing ads on your site. So from this, you can then take a look at it and understand your readers more in terms of sort of where they're at in their life, sort of what sites they're going on before they come to you. And this can then help to tailor what content you put together. So it might be, for example, that you see a lot of digital nomad adverts on your site, and so that you know that a lot of your readers are either digital nomads themselves or are looking to become one. And what you might then be able to do is tailor your content, or at least part of it, to that type of lifestyle, and also the questions that the publishers may those readers may have. So it's worth taking a look at that and spending some time studying it to get a feel for who your readers are and where they are in their lives. Codevo, at the moment, I can't see any question that's come through from yourself. I think we're having a few technical problems today, so I do apologise to that. I know there was a publisher earlier said that comments were getting deleted. I haven't deleted any comments. So please do let me know what your first question was, and I can then happily answer that for you. What I'll do is I'll move on to Happy Kid's question, and then I can come back to your question, Codevo, as soon as it comes through. So Happy Kid has said, I'm looking forward to scaling up with Ezoic and hopefully move from AdSense. Certainly I will write my reviews when everything goes well. That's fantastic news, Happy Kid. We're looking forward to being part of your journey and helping you to grow as well. We get a lot of satisfaction from seeing the success that you have as a publisher, and really want to do everything we can to help support that. So please do let us know if there's any support we can be. We'll do everything we can to help, and please do let us know when you write your reviews as well. We love seeing them, so thank you for that. So Codevo has said, I was removed from Twist after I was upgraded to level 1, and since yesterday I've been creating tickets, but I get 403 errors when I submit my tickets. Right, okay, Codevo. I don't know what's happening there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my email address into the chat here. Let me know when you've got that. What I would recommend doing is emailing me directly from your Ezoic registered email address, and we can work through some troubleshooting steps to get that resolved. What I would recommend doing before you reach out to me is, first of all, check that you're using a Google Chrome browser. Remove any ad blocking apps that you have within your Google Chrome. They can stop systems working sometimes. I would also recommend clearing your cache and cookies, and making sure that when you then retry to create a ticket, that you just have your Ezoic site, your Ezoic account open, and your Ezoic registered website. What can happen is, if you've got emails open or lots of different tabs open, different things can work against each other and create errors. So I would try that first. But if you are having any issues, please do email me, and we'll do what we can to work through the steps and get that resolved. Okay, so moving back to Ramil's question, hi Heather, my revenue hasn't improved much. Please tell me what to do. I can understand that's really frustrating. I know how hard you work on your blog, Ramil, and how much time you put into growing your site. What I would recommend doing is please do reach out to me in the tickets. Let's take a look at this together and see what opportunities there are for you to grow your site. We're in the quarter four now, and so over these next few weeks, naturally, sort of EPMV should start to grow. What I'm wondering is if there's ways we can help you to understand your big data analytics more, so that you can create more content that's going to monetize better for you. So yeah, please do reach out to me, Ramil, and we'll take a look at your site in detail. Okay, so Navinka has said, will you approve Ezoic Premium at level 1? Yes, potentially. And what you need to have is you need to be earning at least $50 with Ezoic. And then after that, we can take a look at your site with our AI technology and potentially then approve you. Hello, sorry about that. I just was just coughing there. I didn't want it to come through on the microphone. What happens with our AI technology, Navinda, is that our AI technology takes a look at your site and takes a look at our advertising partners that are on premium. And through that, we can see if you're going to benefit from being on premium. With premium, we won't invite you onto there until we are really sure that it's going to work for you. We really want premium to be an instant success for you. It's our flagship product, and so we'll only invite you onto premium when we know it's going to be profitable for you. With premium, it's about the traffic that you've got coming to your site and the different niches within it. So the main thing you can do to help increase your opportunity, if you like, for being able to get onto premium is increasing the content you have on your site, and then also increasing, the marketing that you do around that. The more traffic you've got coming to your site, you are then going to be able to get more opportunities for those premium advertisers. Coming on. So Guava said, so I can anticipate what kind of readers are visiting my site. Well, that's very interesting report. Thank you for explaining. No problem at all, Guav. You're so very welcome. Happy Kid has said, do you recommend having multiple Ezoic accounts or just one account for all domains? So we only allow one Ezoic account. And the reason for that is that you can add in multiple domains within that Ezoic account. So please don't open up multiple accounts. Just have one account and add any additional domains in there that you would like to. So Ezoic uses, so Guava's asked, Heather, Ezoic uses its own cloud CDN network or Cloudflare CDN to deliver the content. So we use our own Cloudflare CDN. We work with Cloudflare to deliver that through the CDN there. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for the questions that you have. I apologise sincerely for the sound issues that we've had today, and then also for the comments that have been not been coming through. I don't know what's been happening there. I really appreciate your patience. I hope I've been able to answer your questions. It's been lovely spending time with you, and look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care. Bye for now.